13 years ago, I worked at a small cafe in my hometown. I was 19, just out of school, full of hopes but unsure where life would take me. Every day after work, I served tea, pastries, and polite smiles. It wasn't a fancy place, but it was warm. I liked it. I liked how people came and went, how little stories floated in and out with every cup I served. There was a man who came often. His name was Elias. Elias wasn't like the others in our town. He had a different energy, like he belonged to a world bigger than ours. He was 27, tall, with dark wavy hair and a voice that made people pause and listen. He always sat at the corner table near the window. He would order black tea and a slice of lemon cake. And he'd smile at me every single time. It wasn't the polite kind of smile. It was soft, slow, like he saw through my apron and into my thoughts. He ran a motorbike garage in the next town, but rumor had it he came from money. Everyone noticed him. Every girl in the neighborhood had something to say about Elias. But he was kind to me. Not fake kind, but gently, genuinely kind. And always left a tip bigger than the bill. "This is the coziest place I've been to," he'd say. It made me smile every time. My mom didn't like Elias. "He's too smooth," she'd say. "Those eyes hide too much." My brother Arjun didn't trust him either. "He switches girls like gears on one of his bikes," he warned. But Elias felt different with me. One day, the first time we touched was accidental, or maybe it wasn't. I handed him his tea and his fingers brushed mine, lingering just a second too long. My skin tingled. I looked up. He was watching me again. "Your hands are cold," he said. "It's the weather," I replied, almost breathless. "Come here," he said gently. I stood still. He asked for my number. I scribbled it on a receipt, hands trembling just a bit. That night he called me. We talked for hours. He asked about my dreams. I told him about my writing, my silly travel plans, my fear of never leaving this town. He shared stories of big cities and road trips. It was exciting. He made the world feel closer. Next day, after the cafe emptied out, he stayed behind. Just him and me. He reached out and took my hand, rubbing it slowly between his palms to warm it. His touch was soft, deliberate. My breath caught in my throat. The cafe was quiet. Outside, it had just begun to rain. He looked into my eyes. "You don't have to be afraid of wanting more, you know." That evening, he walked me home. He held my hand the whole way. When we reached my gate, we paused. The rain had stopped, but the air smelled of wet leaves and earth. "I don't want to say goodnight yet," he said. "Then don't," I whispered. He leaned closer, so slowly, as if giving me time to move away. I didn't. His lips brushed mine, gentle, warm, tasting faintly of tea and lemon. It was soft and slow at first, then deeper. His hand moved to the small of my back, pulling me close. I could feel his heartbeat, steady and strong. His other hand brushed my cheek, fingers grazing my neck, sending a shiver through me. I'd never been kissed like that before, like I mattered, like I was fragile and powerful all at once. When we finally pulled apart, I was dizzy. He smiled, brushing a strand of hair behind my ear. "I've wanted to do that since the first time I saw you." From that moment on, I was his. Or maybe I wanted to be. We met secretly after my shifts. He'd take me on long rides through winding roads, the wind in my hair, my arms around his waist. We talked for hours about life, dreams, fears. He told me things he said he'd never told anyone. He made me feel seen, wanted, beautiful. One night, we stopped by the lake just outside town. The moon reflected off the water like a silver mirror. We sat on the hood of his car, wrapped in a blanket. He pulled me close, kissing me again. This time deeper, more urgent. His hands traced slow, careful patterns on my back, my arms. He whispered my name like it was a prayer. And when his fingers brushed the edge of my shirt, I froze, but only for a second. "Is this okay?" he asked, breathless. I nodded. Yes. We didn't go too far that night, but it felt like everything. Like the beginning of a new world. My heart was full and aching all at once. I had never felt so close to anyone before. And I trusted him. I was falling. Fast and deep. And I didn't know if he was falling too, or if I was simply dreaming again. But dreams can be dangerous things. A month later he disappeared. No warning. No note. No goodbye. One day he just didn't show up at the cafe. I went to the garage, locked, asked around, nobody had seen him. I waited. Days turned into weeks. My heart ached in silence. Every knock at the door made me hope. Every morning I woke up thinking maybe today. But he never came. People stopped talking about him. Time moved on. But I didn't. I couldn't. I eventually left town. Got a job in the city in a cozy little flower shop tucked between tall buildings. I tried to forget. I dated. I laughed at dinners, smiled at strangers, even danced in the rain once. But every night when the world got quiet, I felt it, that hollow space inside me where his name used to echo. Years passed. And just when I thought I'd finally let go, he came back. It was a Tuesday. Ordinary. I was at the bookstore when I saw him across the street. Same dark hair. Same walk. My heart stopped. I ran out, called his name. Elias. And for a second it was like time had never passed. "Hey," he said softly. I didn't know whether to cry or scream. "Where the hell did you go?" He looked down. "It's a long story. Can we talk?" We went to a quiet cafe. The irony stung. He told me everything, how he had to leave for family reasons. About his mother's illness. Debts, problems he never wanted me involved in. He said he thought disappearing was protecting me. I cried. He cried. Didn't fix everything. But it was something. He still had my heart, even after all that time. We started slowly, texts, calls, coffee. But we weren't who we used to be. We had scars. Stories. And maybe that made us stronger. Now 13 years later I sit beside him on the same lake where he first kissed me. Our daughter plays nearby, her laughter echoing through the trees. He wraps his arm around me. "Still dreaming?" he asks. "Always," I smile. And this time I know I'm wide awake. Because some dreams, the best ones, they come back to find you.